In the video today, we're looking at some fun facts about Europe, so let's just get started. Number 10. Istanbul, the city of two continents. Since ancient times, magical Istanbul has united Asia and Europe through the mighty Strait of Bosphorus. Without a doubt, this amazing city is one of the most beautiful places on Earth. Istanbul is the only metropolis in the world bridging two continents. It was Europe's capital of culture in 2010, a program initiated by the European Union. Throughout its history, the city has been the capital of many empires. Napoleon Bonaparte once said, "If the Earth was a single state, Istanbul would be its capital." If you're considering breakfast in Asia and lunch in Europe, Istanbul is really the only place for you. Number 9. Europe's most famous and active volcanoes. Etna is Europe's largest active volcano. With a maximum elevation of about 3,350 meters, Mount Etna is a stratovolcano located in Sicily, southern Italy. The tallest European volcano is actually one of the most active volcanoes in the world. Etna has erupted in recent years. Stromboli is another one of the planet's most active volcanoes. According to experts, it is the only active volcano on the European mainland. Mount Vesuvius, best known for the eruption that completely destroyed Pompeii, erupted in 1944. Number 8. The largest and smallest country in the world. Europe is home to both the smallest country in the world, Vatican City, and the largest, Russia. According to the CIA World Factbook, Russia's area comprises 17,098,242 square kilometers, while Vatican City's area is only 0.44 square kilometers. The Vatican City State is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the only site to encompass an entire state. Number 7. The Merry Ceremony in Romania. Cemeteries are often sad places, but they can be amusing and entertaining too. Sampatna in northern Romania is worldwide famous for its Merry Cemetery, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So what's so unusual about it? Well, the atypical design of the tombstones. The tombstones are big crosses sculpted from oak wood. They are painted by hand in vivid colors such as red, blue, green, yellow, and they're engraved with funny epitaphs briefly describing the life or the circumstances in which the people passed away. The man behind this concept is Romanian craftsman Ion Stan Patras, who started sculpting the crosses in 1935. The ancient culture of the Dacians, the Romanians' ancestors, viewed death as liberation and the soul as immortal. Sampatna preserves this positive attitude towards death and welcomes it with a smile. Number 6. The Statue of Liberty was constructed in France. Unknown to many of us, the famous Statue of Liberty was designed by Bartholdi. The colossal neoclassical sculpture was constructed in France and given as a gift of friendship to the US. Alexandre Gustave Eiffel, the brilliant French engineer behind the Eiffel Tower in Paris, made the statue's steel framework. The total overall height of the statue is 305 feet 6 inches, and the 7 rays on Lady Liberty's crown represent the 7 continents. Replicas of Lady Liberty have been created all over the world, the most famous being located in France. Number 5. Europe. The meaning. According to ancient Greek mythology, Europa was a beautiful Phoenician princess. She was the daughter of Agenor, king of Tyre. Zeus fell in love with Europa, so he decided to appear in front of her as a magnificent white bull to gain her trust. Zeus's power of metamorphosis is a key element in Greek mythology. The princess climbed on the bull's back and was immediately carried to Crete, where Zeus revealed himself to Europa in all his glory. The king of the gods and Europa had 3 children. Etymologically speaking, the word Europe comes from ancient Greek and means broad, wide-gazing, broad of aspect. Number 4. The Mediterranean was once a desert. In the last 40 years, solid evidence has been found that the Mediterranean Sea frequently dried up completely in the past. The event is also known as the Messinian Salinity Crisis. The amazing story of the discovery is told in The Mediterranean Was a Desert, Voyage of the Glomar Challenger by Kenneth J. Sue. According to Rob Butler, the salinity crisis in the Mediterranean represents one of the most dramatic examples of environmental change outside of glaciated areas in the relatively young geological record. Number 3. Greatest empires. Many of the greatest empires in history were based in Europe. The British Empire was, at one time, the largest empire in the world. It covered more than 36 million square kilometers and had a population between 480 and 570 million people. At the peak of the empire's power, it was said that the sun never sets on it because the sun was always shining on at least one part of the empire. Indeed, it covered a quarter of the Earth's surface. Other notable colonial empires were the Spanish Empire, the Russian Empire, the French Empire, and the Portuguese Empire. The Roman Empire, a pre-colonial empire often described as the cradle of modern civilization, was once one of the world's most successful empires. Number 2. The longest names. A village in Wales in the United Kingdom contains 58 letters and is the longest European one-word place name, something I'm not going to try and pronounce, but it looks like that, and it means St Mary's Church in the hollow of the White Hazel near a rapid whirlpool and the Church of St Cicillo of the Red Cave. The shorter version of the name is something I'm also not going to try and pronounce, but looks like that. There's also this in Finland, that in Poland, and that one in Ireland. Number 1. Age of Migrations. The Age of Migrations remains one of the most unknown facts about Europe. There was a period in history called the Migration Period when various tribes flooded Europe. The first phase of the migration movement came to an end around 500 AD when the Germanic tribes, Franks, Goths, Saxons, Vandals, Lombards, etc., established their own kingdoms in central, western, southern, and southeastern Europe. This period was followed by the second phase of the Migration Period, circa 500 to 700 AD, the migration of the Slavic people. The invasions of the Avars and Bulgarians, the Muslim conquest of Sicily, the Hungarian invasions, and the invasions of the Vikings are other important moments in European history. This is how the rich course of history has shaped and defined Europe's peoples and their intangible culture over the centuries. So I really hope you found that video interesting. If you did, please do hit that thumbs up button below and don't forget to subscribe. We got brand new videos just like this every day of the week. If you enjoyed this video, I think you'll also enjoy my other channel called Geographics. I'm going to link to that below. It's all about geography, so please do check it out, and thank you for watching.